Hello, it's Adele from Inkie Quill, and I'm back with Mixed Media Monday, finally. So I've been missing again. I went away last weekend from Friday straight after work, and I didn't scrap all weekend. And then last week, all I managed to scrap were 3 videos for my design team commitments, and that's it. I did no other scrapping except for last night. So this layout is one that is I'm finally trying to finish my wedding albums, guys. I have something to confess. Now, while I'm just putting on this clear gesso, it's pretty boring, so I will discuss my confession. You know how I said I have 3 wedding albums, and you guys were like, oh my gosh, that's so many. Wow, that's amazing. I now have 5. I know, it's like a whole shelf. It's 2 shelves. It's because I can only fit 4 in each IKEA cube shelf hole thing. 5 albums. Oh, but it's all right because they're going to be amazing when I'm finished with them finally. Amazing in my eyes anyway. So what I've had to do, I had to rearrange them because the middle album of the 3 was so fat that it was taking up half of the shelf space. It was so open, and I didn't want my layouts getting damaged. So I now have 5, and this is part of the final one, which is just our last dance and a few funny photo booth ones. This is one of my favorite layouts that I've done lately, and you'll see why at the end. It's just really pretty. So here, just grabbing some distress ink, and I think this one's worn lipstick, and just adding some water with a little spritzer thingamajiggy, and just to add a bit of background colour. Now, it looks quite red in this, but it's kind of corally. My lighting was quite funny today. It's winter, and the sky changes every 5 seconds just because it feels like it. I also add a pink. Do I show what it's called? We'll see. Nope. It's a really hot pink colour because I just felt like it needed a bit of pinkifying. And this technique is great for beginners because you can't really stuff it up. Literally, you just smush it everywhere. So great as a first mixed media technique if you haven't started before. And then I got my heat tool and just dried it up a little bit, and it's all dry. So now, guess what I found? I found my embossing stuff, and I'm really excited because I did lose it for, let's say 2 years. So I'm using a old Stampin' Up! Gold embossing powder. And this thing is like a staticky thing, and you rub it over your space so that extra dust doesn't stick to it. Funny thing is though, embossing on clear gessoed paper is actually really hard because the gesso is so grainy that the powder sticks in it. So I found that out the hard way, but it's all right because it just looks a bit more, looks like, oh, there's my giant head. It just looks a bit more magical and, extra gold. So I just sprinkled it all over. I make a huge mess, as you can expect I would. And this little tool thing, this little container I got from a scrapbooking store, and it's really good because you're meant to, in theory, just be able, oh, there's my giant head again. You're meant to be able to just tip it back into the container, which you can do if you're not a total klutz like I am, and spill it over the sides of the container. Now, I think I need to get a paintbrush that's solely for embossing, like a big one or a little one. Maybe a little one would help. But like I said, there's little bits of embossing powder all through that Mr. and Mrs., but I don't care. It's okay. So just using my heat tool to warm that up and make it all golden pretty. Aaron, can you watch Poppet? She might go near my desk. What? Poppet's out and about, wandering around, and my iPad is charging near my desk, and I guarantee she will find it. And it only takes one little bite, and that iPhone cord is just snapped in half. I've been through I'd probably say about 10 iPad cords, iPad, iPhone, Lightning cables. They just really seem to like the consistency of the cords. Keep an eye on that one, Aaron. So anyway, here, I have really, look at this. I have so many dumb moments with this Sizzix. So first of all, I start and it was on the wrong thickness. And so it practically cuts it. And then I did it backwards. So the way it's meant to come out is on the white side. Yeah, I had an epic fail, but I end up using it. So take 2, I work out which side it's meant to be on. And I put it through, I think that bit of paper could be a Jen Hadfield. And look, this, it's too thick, but I squeeze it through anyway. And some bits of it are kind of cut, but it's all good. Oh, look, guys, I die cut so rarely that I am far from expert. I'm extreme novice, I think you could say. But I do end up using this white bit because I didn't want it to go to waste. And I just thought these music notes would be really cute because the photo I'm scrapping today is of our first dance. So just layered these, and I decided to layer the white one in front just because the red was quite red. Words of wisdom from Adele. The red was quite red. Yes, it was. And I didn't want it to be that red. Hi, little Pops. Poppet's come to say hello. Thanks for the kiss on my foot. Scheming hands. So I wanted to add something else to the background because it was just a bit too flat for me. So I grabbed this, I think it's memory box. I got it off eBay, this heart stencil, and just some normal white modelling paste. Didn't add any colour to it, and just did these little hearts. Aaron, she's near my iPad. Aaron, she's near my iPad.
Where?
She's over there. She's watching it. If you could see her right now, guys, she's looking at me from the corner of her eye like, Mummy, are you going to come and stop me? Thanks, bub. So just adding some hearts in 3 little spots on the layout. And they worked out quite well. I love this stencil. I could put it on anything. Now here you can see my paper is warping quite a lot, and I do end up attaching it to a piece of thicker cardstock later on. But of course I needed some Heidi shine, adding some gold mist splatters. And someone asked me the other day, what's the best way to get splatters? And I find that holding it with one hand and tapping it using the pointer finger from that hand, I get a nice range of spot sizes. So here, just giving you a close-up look at that background, and I'm in love with it. Oh, it's beautiful. Did take a while, but oh, it was so pretty. So I just attached it actually to a brown cardstock that comes in the kits that I get to keep them straight. So always keep those because they're very handy, so you don't have to waste a piece of cardstock to back your page with. It's just adding some double-sided tape, and I do end up, I think, gluing. Yeah, because I wasn't quite sure if the tape would stick to the gesso background or to this embossed paper because it was extremely raised. Like, it could not have got more raised. So I put tape and glue. You can't lose by using both of them, can you? Putting on the glue, and I had this glue everywhere by the end of this. And I cut it very wonky, so later on I do have to fix it again. Patty pat pat down. And by the way, these 2 cards, this one is from the Southern Weddings Project Life collection. It's from one of the specialty packs of paper, specialty packs of cards that you can get, and it's got gold foil on it. And the other one is from the core kit, and it's got journaling all about our first dance. So while the camera was off and recharging, because this camera goes through battery like there's no tomorrow, I added my journaling, and yeah, I actually journaled for once. That's amazing, isn't it? And see that big gold heart? Yeah, had a gold splatter accident under that. So there was a gold splatter dot there, and I accidentally smudged it when sticking the card down. So I thought, oh, I'll just wipe it with some paper towel, but accidentally grabbed a baby wipe and wiped it, and it discolored the photo, and it just went really weird. So I just stuck a heart over it because you can always cover stuff up, guys. That's the great thing about mixed media and scrapbooking in general. You can always cover it up. and gold hearts really go with anything. So these little ones, that one, the big one is from, I think it's DIY Shop, American Crafts, and that little one is from Studio Calico. And I think I'm done. Am I? Do I add some enamel dots? No, I think I'm actually done. So just added a couple of little word stickers, and I really, really like this one. It's just so pretty, and I don't know, it's not very papery for me. It's not very embellished for me. I just like that most of the design is from the background. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will have a video up tomorrow maybe, and definitely one on Wednesday. Bye! Bye, 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 bye.